of Little Jewel continues. When I was working on the front end of that, if you saw the other video, it was propped up in the air when I was installing the new headlight. And you know what? I'm here to tell you, it is not a perfect world. Error lies everywhere in the universe, including right here in this shop. I'd like to introduce you to Little Jewel, the crooked-eyed cab over. Look at that light.
Oops.
Look how crooked. I invite you, Jamie, to take a side view, take a good front view. Look at that cross-eyed, ugly truck. So, that got me thinking. You know, I was just matching up the metal in a way that I saw it really combining. And unfortunately, this is such more a round fender than the Nash Metropolitan. I think we're going to ditch that idea. I love these turn signal dealies, so we're going to keep that, but I'm going to end up removing this. I'm going to go forward with this set. This is from you guessed it, a Volkswagen, one of my favorite things. So it's got a much bigger trim ring, you know, look at that. And look at that. See, it's from the outside of my hands. It's got a little more slope, like it's laid back a little bit more. So there's a little more of a stylish trim ring per se, whereas this is very generic. It's even all the way around. Nash is a good look when the truck's facing up at the ceiling. But look at this mock-up on the passenger side. Has very much close contours like the Nash did, but this is much more in alignment. So I'm going to leave the driver's side, the work that I did in place, and I'm going to go in on this. I'm going to try this one on for size. It looks like a better transition. Look at this here, Jamie. This is what I was struggling with on the other. If you look at it from the top too, you'll see this hard edge. You know, in a fender, you're gonna want like a nice curve, right? But see that? That means there's either gonna have to be a considerable amount of shrinking of the metal, which will make it even look weirder, or a bunch of filler to build that up. So look at the VW over here, and just look at that. I mean, this tube isn't the right curvature, but maybe if I take a piece of paper, see that? It's a nicer join up. So that'll make my fab work a lot easier in the end, and then it gets a little Volkswagen in the project, which is like all win all the time.
Somebody actually asked if you were going to put any Volkswagen in this.
Sometimes the universe conspires in our favor. That's all I could say. So I'm going to take a quick look at this and talk for a second about some new tools I got. If you're watching the Facebook, I kind of did a awkward shout out on one of the issues I had with these new tools I'm testing out. But hey, manufacturing defects exist. What happened was I got all these tools from CAT. They said, hey, check out these tools. We're really proud of them. Try it out and honestly let us know what you think. So the second I plugged them in, I noticed that this battery had no power. So 5 batteries work. See, they all got these little indicators on them. This one's no juice. I've tried every different charger. I've had it in for days. It's just, the charger works, the battery's bad right out of the box. There's a warranty. They're replacing it. I mean, hey, it is what it is. On the upside, so far, I'm super impressed. If you know the struggle in a shop when you're using multiple corded tools, it's like a bowl of spaghetti after 2 hours. It's just the welding cord and extension cords. This is a game changer. I have a reciprocating saw, a skill saw, 2 drills, 2 drivers, a grinder, a regular circular saw, and it all runs off this same battery kit. and there's some serious power in these. I'll show you the grinder while I'm cutting right now. Quite frankly, I'm impressed. This isn't a paid advertising, just talking shop. So this grinder, I've been using the heck out of it. Pretty neat. It's got a lot of power. I love this delayed start because a lot of times the electric ones, you'll turn on this lever here on the side on a lot of them, and boom, it's on. But this is just a squeeze start, and it's like slow. It's a little delayed. Pretty neat. It kind of ramps up the speed. I like it. Battery lasts pretty darn long. For the time it takes me to fuss around unwinding cords and replugging in, to just go over and slam a new battery in, I like it. Hey, you can talk name brands all you want, but for me, this is working good.
What brand is that?
Cat. Yeah. You don't want to buy it? Don't buy it. Hey, you want to buy it? It's a good piece. Just going to cut this bucket off real quick and make an assessment. Do a little test fit. See what's happening. Got a little wildlife in here. Let me clean this out. Yes, DDD. Looks good. I'll take the hand shears, start clearing out some stuff. It's hitting there. It's hitting down there.
Dusty.
Yeah, it is dusty. Actually, it's going to hit it with the grinder again. There it is. I like that. All right. Now it's starting to look at the ceiling now.
Versus looking.
Huh?
Versus looking.
Yeah. Now we're going to adapt because we learned from our last experience. So I'm going to start trimming this back. Yeah, I thought I was going to go in with the hand shears, but it's going to be easier to whack it with that grinder again.
That's only hitting here. It's going to come through.
That should let it line up a little bit. Yeah. And look at it from the side. It gives it kind of a graceful, as opposed to that big kind of bug-eyed look, right? Gives a little slope. This is still pretty darn vertical, but it's coming together. Still getting some interference through here. So I'm just looking at the bottom mounting screw for the headlight bezel as the bottom center point, trying to keep it like with the Nash lined up. And run into trouble right through here. take that back. Yeah, look, it's getting real close now. I like that.
So you're just basically trying to get it flush.
Yep, I'm just looking at, see, there's a space I can get my finger bobber in there. There's space in here. There's space in here. But look at that. Trim a rooski. So yeah, all that fuss in the other attempt, you saw me trying to shrink, trying to line up. This one pretty much just laps over the sheet metal, which is like very straightforward. Look at that. And I almost don't mind this kind of more cheeky look. Maybe I'll fab out something there. There's a pretty good dent right here. I'll work that out. Just put that on all angles so you can see. Let me give that a knock. Yeah, I see the backside. This was crunched. There's filler. There's a dent. Let me repair. Always that way with old vehicles. You got a history. I was also looking at these bad boys.
Those are cool.
Guess the year.
1947.
7 years off. I think it's a 39 or 40 Ford.
Oh, wow. I'm getting better, though, with my ears, my time.
But our next project, I yanked the Type 3 headlights off of the car. Because you got to see what we're doing with these. The Type 3 is going to have these for headlights.
On the FCG. Very cool.
I mean, got to keep it spicy, keep them guessing. What was I doing? I was getting a hammer, which is over here. I was getting a rubber block. Because that's not a crease that bad. I'm not even going to need to use a dolly per se. I just got these rubber bumpers. And this will just pop right into shape. Guaranteed. I used rubber on the backside because it wasn't like a hard crease, so I really didn't need to do much shrinking or stretching. Just needed to pop it in. I don't even know where my dolly went, so I can use this hammer in a quick pinch. Just get that right. Cool. Let's see what's happening now. Now, in video viewers land, this might seem redundant doing the same process on the same vehicle twice in a row. But hey, this is the real story, so that's what we're up to.
You mean like the this headlight that you put on now that you're taking off?
Say what?
Well, you said about doing the same process twice in a row. What are you talking about?
Well, we just went through all this fit up on the other piece, and you could see the results of that effort. Hopefully this one comes out straight and it's a little more satisfying. The other video transferred a lot of information, but we started off showing that it's not a good looking choice.
Right. And so I encouraged Ian to actually show the mistake, the oopsie, and then how to correct it. Because I imagine a lot of people probably run into the same issue in their shops.
Well, God forbid somebody goes to try to put their Nash front end on International, like, you made it look so easy. That thing looks like it's got crooked eyeballs, like a gecko or whatever. One of those lizards that look two different ways. An iguana.
Oh,
So, looking at this, I think I'm going to be able to trim this way back. Because I do want to keep as much of this International profile as possible. And I could see here, yeah, I stayed pretty much in line with that, with the cut. And that's about where this one is also. So I think I'm going to choose to cut back, make a couple measurements. This is kind of like the lost sheet metal area because I can't see it. It's like a blind guess. So I'm just going to pull 4 inches out. So I have a little reference of where this ends while this is on top. Can you dig? So just looking at it, I'm just going to guess. Cut it off. Pretty good guess, huh?
yep.
All right. And if you're doing like this from a car like in your back 40 or wherever, just take more of the donor car than you need because, you know, you're looking at the base car, the one that you want to work on. You want to maintain those lines while only adding the accessories. So, see, I could pretty much waste as much VW sheet metal as I need to. All right, so I know I'm 4 inches on that line. So I put this pretty far out. I'm gonna make one more trim. That finger looks like 4. I'm gonna come in and split that. Take off. Trying to find where this point actually touches this. And it looks like it's coming really close to the bezel, which is good because I'm maintaining as much of that International as possible. One more trim in. See, it's all about the fit up. See how these are getting closer and closer? I like that. It's almost a keeper. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Yes, I like it. That fits so darn good. I think,
Is that what you're thinking over here?
well, I'm so tempted to cut into the International fender right now.
Oh, that's what you're battling with in
That's
your
what a
mind.
novice would do. Because I'm like, oh, I see it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go in. But I've had this type of operation bite me in the past. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to trim just a little more. Because I worked through that headlight swap fast. And that was the results I achieved. Oh, yeah, see? Just a little patience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stand back and watch that headlight fall on the ground and smash. I mean, take a look at it and see how I feel. So this looks pretty good. Looks like this could come out just a smidgy. See the difference between right and left as it hits that turn signal on the right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks very flat. And then look how the VW sheet metal kind of gracefully tapers out of the bulb.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a little of this action out of it. I don't like this hard cut. Give it a nice mellow radius. Oh yeah, this fill up is way better. Let's hope it doesn't fall off. Otherwise we'll be getting a new 7-inch sealed beam. Look at this, Jamie. Come on this side. I love this. It's just a little bit down, right? So if I push this, I might even cut a little bit of the international back now, just to drop it down to make that match perfect.
Oh yeah, I zoomed in so everyone could see.
So I'm just going to put a slice right through here. So it's not a heck of a lot coming off of here, but I feel like just that little curve coming over the top is really going to sell it. If you compare it to the little curve.
Yeah.
Worlds apart. Staying a little inside of my marked line to err on the side of the safety. I feel real good about that. Look what happened at the bottom. It's almost right there. That's like super close. Sometimes the second time's a charm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I believe we can work with this. Gives a little wider-eyed appearance, whereas that one was just like the eyes were coming closer together. This one keeps it, wow, way on the outside. I think just to get it a little bit further in, instead of lap welding this, I'm going to butt weld it. So I love this position. I'm going to come in with a definite line right here. I'm going to join them. Instead of lapping it over, they're going to be butted together, just like I did that side. Then up top, it'll just set up a little bit. See if this bulge is messing with me? I'm going to take that out. See that? I do that a lot with sheet metal panels just for the fit up. I'll lap it over and then I'll sink certain areas. And if it laps a little, so be it. But you just trim up the inside and clean it. It's all. It really just helps with the fit up instead of trying to hang something in space where they're just not really mating properly. Yeah, I eliminated that big cheek coming out. Had a bunch of comments about Jamie getting flash burn, and good call on that. What we were doing is just using that card technique where she had a piece of card she would hold up so she'd stay in the shadow of the weld. But went and got her an auto darkening helmet.
I'm official.
So if the focus seems a little off or something angle-wise is off while I'm welding, it's because while I'm welding, now she can't see anything.